Can you tell us a little bit about your upbringing, where you grew up, childhood, all that?
Yeah, I've said it a million times. I've been on everything, but not here. So you guys, I grew up a surfer, skater, snowboarder kid from Oceanside, California, and I just wanted to smoke for free. I wanted to smoke for free. I was blazing young. Like I was blazing at like 10, 11. I went on a trip with my grandma. My parents gave me $100. And I fucking acted. I'm so shady, even at a young age. I acted like I lost the $100. And then I'm like, when I get back, I'm gonna buy a quarter.
Yeah.
So I saved that $100. I lost my money, Grandma. I can't even spend no money my parents gave me. And I come back and I buy a quarter, and I made 140 off it. Then I flipped it again, flipped it again, flipped it again, flipped it again, till I never didn't have money after that fucking day. I've been a hustler since day fucking one.
Damn.
And I mean, I flipped that up to being 15 years old, having 10, 20 pounds at a time, to where before I went to prison, 18, 19, 20, I went to prison at 24. I was pushing 250, 500 pounds a week.
Wow.
And I was basically making like $100 to $300 per pound. And then going through the pounds, getting, the extra, because they were growers pounds. I'd put them I would get like a mailing scale, put a trash can on it, cut the bag open. The mailing bags, they're like British Columbia weed. You just pull the fucking thing out. It's like one big nug because it was vacuum sealed. Put it in there. Everything over 448 I would take. So they'd be like 456. I'd take the 8 grams, throw it in another bag. Just by going through all the bags, I'd make like 80 grand, 100 grand. And then I would fucking push every pound. 2 people would take my work, I'd give this guy like 125 pounds, this guy, or if I got more than that, this guy got 200, this guy got 200. I'd make 100 to 300 off each pound, and I made big money back then. I had a Range Rover, I had a little mini mansion, I had fucking a condo downtown, and I was just living incorrectly. I just was validating myself with the money, and I was partying. I was doing a lot of fucking coke, meth, drinking, and every time we're at the club, it was Dom P, Cristal, the whole shit.
What year was this roughly? When
this
you were
is about 2006, 2005. I had first off, I bought my first truck, like a lifted Z71, like when I was like 15, 16. I bought it for 37,000 cash. Like I went in and bought the shit at 15 years old. Right when I was turning 16, I bought that shit. And then I had it for like 6 months. I'm like, fuck that. I wanted the.
Were you in high school at this point?
Yeah, I'm in high school. So I'm rolling up to high school with the Escalade with 23s after this.
Yeah.
So 6 months later, I traded the truck in, got the Escalade on 23s. That was when like the Game and 50 had that song Lamborghini Doze on the Escalade. Yeah. And I'm sitting in the parking lot, fucking strap on my lap, rolling fucking blunts, smoking, about to go into fucking class, and people are like coming up to my window like wanting to blaze me. Get the fuck away from my car, Like people act like they were gangster and shit, but they didn't do no time. We know you didn't do shit if you didn't do no time. Like there's no way you just did all this shit and didn't get caught for any of it, motherfucker. Like I lived that gangster ass motherfucking life. That's why I did 10 motherfucking years.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do fucking 10 years. Like drop all your bullshit penitentiary chances and all your bullshit. You're not with it. You're not. Nobody is strong enough to go do 10 years. It will break you so many times over that you'll just come out a better person or a horrible person.
Right.
It's going to break you so much that you get weaker, or it's going to break you so much you become stronger. And the whole thing is like, I just didn't want to hurt nobody anymore. It didn't feel good. It just, I hurt people my whole fucking life. Like after I got that stabbing, I was in the shoe, and my neighbor, Guilty, he got out like.
And you did almost a year for that.
Yeah, in the shoe.
Yeah.
And my neighbor Guilty sends me the phone. I've told this story. I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, I got in trouble. I don't know if I'm getting out of prison now. I'm in the back and I'm fucked. And she's like, you've proven you could hurt people. I mean, can you prove you can't? Like, and I was like, oh, that's how you talk to men. Like, can you prove that you're not a fucking wreck, you stupid bitch? Like a lot of men out here like think it's cool to be like get in trouble and do stupid shit. It's like, can you prove you can? Can you prove you have restraint? Strength is restraint. Strength isn't that I can break because I feel disrespected. It's like, but then a lot of people have it backwards. A lot of these dudes out here are like super soft and they're like, yeah, he said restrain yourself. Motherfucker, you couldn't do anything anyways. So like I said on my thing today, like if it's, you don't have an opinion if it's not an option. Like you have no opinion about it if it's not an option, you fucking pussies out here. Like they'll be like, yeah, fucking, it's all about being more conscious and being this better guy. It's like, no, you should still be able to kill people, motherfucker. You're still a man. You still got a dick and nuts, motherfucker. You should still be able to smash a motherfucker's fucking head in if he comes and fucks with your chick or your kids.
Right.
Like, and I'll say like that shit, like, disciplined and dangerous is how a man should be. And then people will be like, oh, you're quoting Jordan Peterson. I'm like, since when was Jordan Peterson dangerous? Shut the fuck up. You're talking to Wes Watson, kiddo. Like, I actually did the 10 years. I'm actually the most disciplined motherfucker. I actually did the 10 years. And I actually came out and made myself a success by helping people. Like, I tell everyone, you have to heal yourself and teach others to do the same. I healed myself physically because I wasn't in that good a shape. Like, when I was a kid, I was a fat little chunky little kid. That shit hurt. Like, it hurt being a fat little chubby kid more than it hurt being in prison for 10 years as a fucking real motherfucker. Like, that was cool. Like, doing that time in prison to me was dope as fuck. Because I was just like, I was writing a story. I was really living it. I had to get my tats. I had to get swole. I had to overcome all this shit. I was in the moment. Like, I wasn't a bitch. I didn't do my time like a fucking bitch. Like, people don't realize during times of adversity, with your self-talk and your actions, you create who you are on the other end of that shit.
Right.
So during all this fucked up shit we're talking about, I was still like, nobody can fucking break me. I had the cell door slams and we don't come out for a year because we're on a racial lockdown. I'm like, watch how I come out on the other end of this motherfucker. And I come out on the other end actually fucking better. And everyone else is coming out worse. They're eating top ramen the whole time, putting peanut butter in their soups, eating fucking cookies all day and shit. And I'm just like, fuck that. I'd rather fucking die than come out softer. And these motherfuckers come out and they're like, my boy did 10 years. I'm like, your boy looked like he got done by his 10 years, motherfucker. Look at that fucking sloppy piece of shit. I said, I came out looking the way you're supposed to look if you did your 10 years right, motherfucker. With the right mindset, the right physique, the right discipline, and able to help people. You know, you're supposed to go through shit in this life to come out better and help people. That's our whole goal, is to really fucking change yourself to show other people how to change, because everybody out here is suffering. Why the fuck was my dumb ass able to come out in 5.5 years and kill it this hard online?
Facts.
It was just a discipline. All these motherfuckers are probably a lot more talented than us, but we're just disciplined with, dude, these guys were fucking sending texts, fucking, we're going on Rumble, we're going on Instagram, we're doing this. You had to learn all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of dudes who aren't that disciplined won't learn all this, so they won't be able to have this opportunity. And they're just weak. You know, if you fucking want to do something in this life, you just seize the opportunity, run that shit in. And that's what I did. I said, fuck it, I know how to work out and make diets. So I started with that shit. And then, like, I was making videos on YouTube, and people were like, that's more like mindset shit. You know, and I just started doing that to where now I sell a year of my mindset training for $40,000. Like, literally, I can teach someone. I've brought people who were like, one of my guys was a truck driver, SA from LA, Guerrero Fitness.
Yeah. And
I got him in shape. I got him a 6-pack. I got him to quit drinking. I made him like a better husband off like being like, nah, dude, we have to be stronger. Strength through restraint. None of this pussy shit. We don't bitch about shit. We're real fucking men. Like, in all reality, mentally tough people suffer without complaining, and mentally weak people complain without suffering. You see these pussy ass men out here, like they're like in some traffic, like bitching about it, like all passive aggressive. It's like, motherfucker, if you would have done that by the old me, I'd have shot you right through your fucking window. Like, you know how many times I want to fucking just murk a passive aggressive bitch of a man. Like, he wants to like be all weird in the elevator, like, let me in here. It's like, dude, I'll fucking smash your motherfucking head in on the ground.
Wait, what did he say?
No, but like, motherfuckers come in and they're just, their energy's like, let me in here. I'm trying to hit my button right here. And you're in one of these SLS like fucking crowd ass elevators. It's like, dude, I'll splatter you in front of your chick, motherfucker. Who the fuck you pushing through?
Right.
Like, I'll punk motherfuckers like that. Even when before I went to prison, a motherfucker would do that shit. And I would just be like, yeah. I just pull my shit out, stick it in his face. Be like, I'm about to get on your knees, you fucking bitch. Damn. And the dude would be like, ah, fuck. And then I'd be like, oh, now your bitch is going to get shot too, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
And she'd just be sitting there like, oh, fuck. And I'm just like, I'm going to kill both you motherfuckers. Get on your fucking knees. And they're just like, and I just teach them the worst lesson that they ever got in their life. Damn. Like, don't fuck with people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good to people. I'll be so solid to say, like, I'm good to motherfuckers. If it's so hard to hold back on some of these pussies out here, though.
Yeah.
It's hard, man.
Question for you.
Passive aggressive bitch shit.
When your mom told you, hey, you need to, can you not hurt people? Was that like the flipping point for you? Was that the light that turned the switch on to change?
Yeah, she told me to change, And I was just like, that wasn't fully it. I still fucking relapsed again, Like, I still relapsed again like a while later, and I did dope again. And then I got
in prison?
Yeah. Like, I did some I drank a little bit of prison wine, we were pushing some weight in there, and I did a fucking did a little bump with some speed, and I just went off the fucking rails for like 2 weeks. You know,
getting in fights and shit.
I did, yeah. I dropped like a 1/4 ounce on the ground to some speed and some white, and I was looking around everywhere, just going, "Who the fuck picked up my shit?" And then my bunkie at the time went and told the dude who had the yard that I was kind of fronting on other races about my dope.
Mm-hmm.
And I went over there, and the guy goes, "Why's your bunkie telling on you?" And my stupid bunkie thought he was telling on me like in a good thing, like Wes is gonna cause a problem. And the guy who has the yard's a real fucking G, and he's just looking at the guy like, "You're telling on your bunkie right now to me? I don't give a fuck what he did. Why are you telling on him?"
Yeah.
Damn.
And he's like, "Wait, I was telling on him because he would get in trouble, you know? He's gonna get us in trouble in a wreck." And he's like, "So let him." Like, what the fuck? You don't tell on him. And so I go, the guy calls me over, his full Dutch. He's like, "Why's your bunkie telling on you?" I'm like, "What'd he say? What'd that bitch say?" And he's like, "Yeah, go handle business." So I go back to the block, and I wake him up, and I beat the shit out of him all through the fucking day room. I'm throwing him through fucking the dividers for the toilet. This isn't a dorm. And I get too close to some other races. Bone from the Rolling 60s. He was cool as fuck, but he had been down 28 years. And he was like, I got too close to his rack and shit, with beating the fuck out of my bunkie. And then my people had to DP me. They had to 2-on-1 me because I fucking caused a problem with other races.
Can you tell people what a DP is?
Just 2-on-1 discipline. You get disciplined by your people.
Yeah.
And
What did your parents say about all this, bro?
dude, my parents, I don't even talk to them right now. But I mean, there was always problems with me growing up, but my mom smoked weed. You know, my dad was a construction worker. They didn't have much control over me and my brother. Like, they would try to, but we were fucking lunatics, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I was at a young age off the charts. I wouldn't listen to anyone. That's why I'm good at being an entrepreneur and good at life, because I never checked in. I never listened to my parents. I never listened to society. I never listened. So I have like a problem not listening. I see something that I can do, and I just fucking do it. And that's where everyone fucks up out here. Like, they try to make some content. They can't even make it because everything they're thinking and doing, they're checking in all the time. Is this okay to say? Fucking pussy ass shit.
Yeah.
But I just never been that way. And, you know, I give it up to my parents. They tried, but they couldn't fucking control us. My brother's in and out of prison and was on the streets homeless and in drugs to where it fucked him up. And then I was in prison for a massive stretch, you know.
So
I'm not gonna hold your brother. I don't want to go to jail. That sounds crazy. But not advocating for it. Did it really help you? You'd say move forward and become a better person?
Yeah, it was dude, I was the worst, dude. It made me just really sit down and realize everything I was doing wrong.
Did it humble you?
Well, my life changed when I went from trying to live by laws of man, and then I started living by universal laws. And so I was like, oh, I can't get away with that. Like, I used to just try to get away with shit. So I was like, nah, like, I'll totally just fuck this fool off. And if I don't get caught, I don't get caught. But then I realized that it would just take away from me so much. And it's what I call karmic debt. And I would just carry that with me so much that I could never move forward in life. And once I realized all these universal laws and how true they were, then I started to be able to hold myself accountable to something greater. And that was God, the universe, whoever you want to say guides us. And everyone's like, oh, you find God in prison. I never was just like, I have a Jesus tattoo, but I was never like fully just saying it was Jesus or this or that. I was just like, there's something bigger. Like, what the fuck? There's no fucking way that someone like me would go to prison, go through this hero's journey, change like this, really change myself, and come out and have this great of a life.
Right.
Unless there is like, you get blessed for being a better person.
There's somebody up there.
And that's what I'm saying. If a man is right, his world will be right. And that's the one thing that I've just guided myself from since then. You know, a man should be able to make enough money where he can take care of a woman, even if he's just helping her. You know, okay, we're not together no more, but I'm gonna wait till you get on your feet. I teach my girl how to do what I did. Like, I teach her how to coach people. She does theta healing. It's MBS_Angie. Don't none of you weirdos hit her up, but she's bad as fuck.
Yeah.
She's bad. And she wants to help people too. And we both been through fucked up things in life, you know? And people are jaded. They don't remember their painful days when like they really did like that girl and she fucking played the shit out of them. And then you go do that to someone else. That shit hurts, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a bad motherfucker. And I don't want none of that shit. I don't want to hurt nobody, bro. And I fucking every day have flashes and thoughts of like, I'm going to fucking kill this person. But that's my gift. is that I do feel that way and I do restrain it, which builds the strength inside me. Whatever you are, whatever desires are being sent to you, that's the strength you're asking for your next level up. So if you have the desires for women, you restrain that desire, that's that strength inside you that'll go towards what you really want to do, your real purpose. But those desires are meant for us to just give our energy away. And like the whole thing is, these are energy leaks. The most important, the greatest source we have is our energy. Like people think it's time is our greatest resource. No, it's energy. Why else could we make like a podcast like this that's an hour long and we make more money off it than someone who just has all the time in the world to work? You know, there's more energy condensed here, working on more people at a time. And that's the whole premise behind the internet. But
wow, that's powerful, man. Thank you.
So question for you. So you get out, right? And I wanna kind of go from like the day you get out, what you did that day. All right, so we got here Tony Zappian goes, WPAD for Wes, does some of your knowledge come from Bob Protractor? You guys have Proctor, I'm sorry. You guys have very similar ways of speaking, as always staying ripped, rich, and rare.
Nah, my shit comes from everybody who's like a deep speaker, who's like a motivational speaker. They all tap into infinite intelligence. This is all fucking wisdom that's just that we tap into when we become grateful, when we become more conscious. So everyone says like, hey, did you learn this from this guy? No, we're both tapping into source knowledge. Source knowledge is like when you just finally wake up, you're not using drugs anymore. You actually are focused, you live a grateful life, and you start to live better. You start to tap into what will really guide you in this life. And he's saying, did that come from Bob Proctor? No, me and Bob Proctor tapped into infinite intelligence, which is otherwise known as like the universe or God, like whatever we're all being supplied when we have that, you know, that intuition, that real feeling within.
Cool.
And he's been through it too.
I'm going to fly through these guys from this point forward because I want to make sure that we get through the interview. We're only going to read 50 and up, but every single chat that comes through on screen, we will show on screen. And I'll read the ones that are 50 and up, but I'll read these ones that came through before. Okay. Them boys Cha-ching goes, like the video on Basic Principle Ninjas, respect the hustle, 2 mil on the way. Yeah, guys, do me a favor. Fucking, it's one of my favorite interviews. So make sure you guys like the goddamn video right now. You guys are getting a bunch of sauce right now. Very motivational.
I'll
very
tell you this, bro. I ain't going to jail. Fuck that, bro.
The whole thing is to show everybody like, dude, I lived the worst fucking existence and now I live the best one. Go on my Instagram. I choose which Rolls Royce I'm driving. All my cars are paid for cash. I have the best life because I went from terrorizing fucking the world to helping the world. It wasn't hard for me to change. I just had to be the exact opposite person that I was. I did everything wrong. When I switched around and just did the opposite of what I was doing, it was very fucking easy change. But if you go to my content, I'm always breaking down much deeper principles and understandings. I wanted to come on here, really go into the prison shit though.
No,
we're definitely. Look, this is the thing. That's what's lost.
Yeah.
A lot of people go into all these platitudes and all this grateful talk and shit. I don't even want to fucking hear it from a cupcake of a dude. Oh, look, another pussy dude talking about be grateful. I don't want to be like you, motherfucker. But if I see a bad motherfucker like me and he could choose to fuck some shit up and he was a bad motherfucker, he's like, nah. You want to be a better guy, it's going to fuck your life up. That means more to me than some fucking dude who's munching on granola with Birkenstocks on talking about some flower shit of being fucking grateful. I can't resonate with that shit. Anyone who does, that shit's just, that's what they are. They're soft, they're weak, and they're like trying to glorify being soft and weak. I can't fucking do that shit.
I like it, man. I like it. So Wes, that's an inspirational story, man. Definitely one of my favorite interviews.
This is what I'm going to have you guys take away. Like, create the individual. I say this on everything, but this is your purpose in life. Create the individual you admire in all ways and give them to the world. People are like, how do you make so much money, Wes? I'm like, I'm not selling one thing. Like, if I can teach you how to do everything I've done, I can teach you to get in shape. I can teach you how to make money online with your personal brand. I can teach you how to quit drinking and doing drugs. I break shit down way differently because my mind is different from being incarcerated for so long. So people who watch my content, just go really pay attention to it. If you're having problems in any area, I have the solution to any problem you have in any area because I overcame it. That's our goal. Overcome your fucking problems and help people, you know?
Bam. Well said. Hey, man. Guys, here's Wes Watson. Check him out. Links are below, man. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you, bro. I fucking love you. I want to go hang out, man. You guys are awesome, dude. Thank you, guys. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Guys, we'll be back with some after hours with some lovely ladies. We'll catch you guys in a little bit. Peace. Fucking like the video. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Catch you guys. Peace.